Hey guys. Okay. Let's get some people in here. How you guys doing tonight? Make sure I can see everything, everybody. Okay. Gosh, I swear I could. Where did I put that? Hey, how's it going? What's up, me? Hey, Robert. Nice, Squeegee. How you doing? Hey, how's it going? I like that name, Mr. Oopsie Daisy. That's fun. Oh. All right. So, today I thought I would do a ZBrush or a sphere challenge. So, I was in the beta in ZBrush 2018 beta, and I did one. Hey, what's going on, Night Shadow? Okay, so I think if you guys are here last week, I did a shark and I did a gosh, why can't I think today? A shark and a scorpion. If you guys saw that. Lots of people coming in now. Hey, how's it going? Mike Black, what's up? Oh, thanks. Okay, so this sphere challenge, this one is done by Joseph Drust. So Joseph did a fantastic job with this frog. Very cool frog. From Tokyo. Nice. So, and a lot of people are wondering if they can join it. They haven't set it up just yet, but just today they said that that we can do a live stream of the Sculptors challenge. So what I have an idea for something I want to do, and so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm not gonna tell you guys what it is. You can guess as I go because it's gonna be fun and funny. Hopefully it's not gonna. Hopefully it's not gonna be crappy. Okay. Hey, London from over on Facebook and Colombia, Argentina. Oh my goodness, you guys. Hello. Hello from around the world. Jeez. Brazil. Okay. Nice egg pun. Okay, so this is just a green metallic. It's nothing special, but okay. I'm just going to start with some clay buildup here and Sculptress mode. And you can see this is just a basic sphere, nothing special. And then I have this just green metallic that I believe ships with ZBrush right here. So, yeah, Robert, I'm not going to cover that this stream, but I will make sure that I talk about it in a future stream. And it's super cool. But this one I'm going to kind of break away from my typical workflow, which is building with primitives and then molding them all together. And I'm just going to go sculpt crazy with Sculptress Pro mode. That's how you have to do the sphere challenge. That's the limitations, is you can only use Sculptress. The Sculptress Pro, that's right here, the Sculptress Pro mode. You can't use any other subtools, like you can't add any insert multi-mesh brushes or split or anything like that. So I'm just going to start building it up, and here it is. Okay, Sean, I think most people are on Twitch. You can see the chat. If it has a little red window on it, they're over at YouTube, and if it's a purple thing, it's Twitch. So, oh hey Michael, how you doing? You can't Dynamesh in the challenge. Only Sculptress Pro mode. That's it. Hey Nigeria, how are you? From Nigeria, 5 a.m. now. And from Russia. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just want to turn on this frog so I can see which way is up here. Okay, we're running a little slow. For some reason, I got to make sure I don't have anything else open. I do have something open. I'm going to close it. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. And I'm just gonna turn on transparency just so I can see the sphere, because I want to get a sense of the up direction. And then I'm just gonna start building this up. And Sculptress mode. Whoops! I want to have symmetry on. Sculptress mode. It just starts building, so it's really cool. It just starts to decimate. So I'm just using the clay build-up brush, and as you go like this, it just kind of starts to decimate, whatever they call. They're making up words. So let's see. So yeah, there are limitations for sure. Well, one is it's triangles. You know, it's whether that's a limitation or not. It's up to you. But hey, Red Hatred. Oh, really? Well, thank you very much for joining me. That's awesome. Okay, so let's see. I need to focus here. I need to visualize what this is going to look like. Okay, and I'm not going to tell you what I'm making till later. Hopefully it turns out. And it's cool because, so it's you kind of build it up and break it down, just like the dwarf says on Overwatch. Build it up and break it down. Robert, I haven't, but I haven't used many plugins very much, but so far so good. I have not had any crashes really. I'm trying to decide how big I want to make this guy. It's a duck. Let's see. I'm just trying to visualize big. I'm just trying to visualize big shapes here. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna take him a lot bigger than this. See, it's just really nice because I'm just working on building up volume, but it's going against my typical mode, which is adding primitives, keeping it smooth, because basically I'm keeping it smooth by smoothing it back down. You know, building it up, smoothing it down, building it up, smoothing it down. Okay, so gosh, I'm going to take this way bigger, I think. Just kind of crank this up. Let's see. Are you allowed to use a move brush? Yes. Any brush is fine. You just can't manipulate the geometry or like you can't add to it. So you can't like do an insert multi-mesh brush or like a curved strap brush or any hair brushes, anything like that. You just have to build it up from one single sphere. And you try and keep as much of the sphere as possible intact, at least 3/4 of it, so you can see that it's sitting on a sphere, whatever you decide to make. So, yeah. It's not really, hey, what's up, Emily? It's not really a limitation, but it doesn't subdivide well. Like, if you're going to add more subdivisions, since they're triangles, it doesn't subdivide. Quads, when it's a square, it subdivides very, very nicely. So Sculptress, you just kind of want to avoid subdividing. And you want to avoid using this dynamic subdivisions either, because it just doesn't like it. Hey, what's up? Okay. Let's see, just trying to visualize this. I know it looks like a mess right now. No. And I want them sitting right down on that mesh. So I'm going to build it up even closer, and then I'll probably inflate. Let's see, I'm going to pull these out. I always end up making it look phallic for some reason. It's just easy to do. I apologize. Yes, you can ZRemesh after you use Sculptors Pro. You don't know what's happening, but you love it. This is Sculptors Pro. So basically, they've taken Sculptors and they've put it into ZBrush 2018. Okay, I'm going to build up this. Now, the difference between Move and Snake Hook is that, so you can also see that how if I make my brush smaller and I use smooth, that is what defines how small these triangles are. You can get quite small. See that? And if you make your brush bigger and you go over the same spot, it's just going to get rid of that. So you need to be careful. It's powerful, but you need to be careful. Okay? And you can see the facets right now. See the facets in here? And that's actually why I have this green metallic material on right now, so I can see those facets and I can see kind of the level of detail that I'm working at right now. No, Daniel, it's not a frog. Close, but no. Seems the update is more for sculpture. I like to work in. Yeah. Do you see yourself adding this update to your workflow a lot? Yes. So I'm going to tell you really quickly. When I typically work, I would block out creatures or characters with primitives. You've seen me do that before, and I will merge them together with Dynamesh. That stays the same. Then I will typically ZRemesh it to a lower resolution. Then I'll turn on dynamic subdivisions, and then I'll work that way for a long time. But sometimes I'll get into a bind, just like I did last week, where I need more geometry. Like say around the nostrils, or like last week I forgot to add the ears. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to add an ear. So what do? Typically I would get another primitive, stick it on there, Dynamesh it. But what happens when you Dynamesh is it will get rid of all the hard work you've done on the other areas. So you're like, oh, I'm going to lose that stuff. So with this, I can just turn on Sculptress mode and just start sculpting out an ear. No big deal. Then, hey, Mordekainer, I will get to him. Anyway, so you can add some more detail that way, or you can add geometry that way that you maybe have missed out on, or some detail like around the nose. But you need to be careful because when you're working that way with stylized characters and you want to stay really smooth, Sculptress likes to be warbly. So you need to be use it very, very carefully, because you can get a case of the warbles very, very quickly. And another reason I would usually add subdivision levels is to add either color that's not a solid color, so like a gradient, or like a cut in the surface. If I want to do a detailed cut in the surface, I will usually have to subdivide up a couple levels in order to have enough geometry to make a cut. Well, now with Sculptress mode, I don't need to do that, because I can just stay at the lowest subdivision level and just make that cut. But a disadvantage of that is you no longer have a low resolution mesh. So if you want to go pose that character now, you're going to have some high geometry or some high polygonal triangles in that area where you made that cut or that line or that surface detail. So then it's a little harder to pose once you do that. So hopefully that makes sense. Oh, you guys are chatting up a storm and I can't keep up. Okay. Yeah, you can just turn Sculptress mode off too if you don't want to destroy it. Yeah, okay, Josh. So if you get into where it slows down, you can do a decimation, and just decimate the model down to a reasonable level, and then just keep sculpting. And they've actually added some new automatic decimation. Here, let me show you here. Configure, restore, custom UI. Okay, see this? I added it down here. See this decimation master? they've added some automatic resolution setting. So you can just hit one of these and it'll just decimate it, and then you can just keep going. So what the heck is warbly? Warbly is like just bumps and lumps and not smooth. See how I have some lumps and bumps in here? I call that warbly. So it's kind of warble, like music warbles, kind of like that. Anyway, when I'm trying to use my own multi-insert brush with the brush modifier projection, I don't know. That's something you might want to ask the Pixelogic dudes. Thanks, Chad. Okay. Can we not Z-remesh after the high poly cut? You can. You can Z-remesh this. But for this sphere challenge, they don't want you to go away from the Sculptors Pro stuff. So I'm going to continue here. I'm yapping again. I got to do some, try and keep up. Okay, I really need to get this blocked in. Whoa. Okay. This is so cool doing it this way. See, he's still too... He's too small. Too small? Okay. It's like he's going to be like a matchstick. This is his head. And this inflate is cool too, because it'll tessellate the geometry as well. But I think, okay, I'm going to try something. This might be cheating, but I don't think so. What I'm going to do is just scale him on here. Because I want him to be bigger and kind of back and sitting down on here a little more. Kind of a goose. Kind of. Getting close. Okay. See, it's cool because you can make your smooth brush smaller, and then you can just decimate by hand, which is just adding more geometry down in there. Let's see. This is going to go pretty quick, I think, because of how fast it's going already. Duck on a ball. Close. Close, close, close. You're in the right category. Let's see here. I'll make his neck a lot skinnier because it's funny. Funny is money. Dr. Jones, a lot. I might, but I don't know how much. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. I haven't had too much experience with it yet, so we'll have to see. And Mind Loom, how much it takes for one of your characters, it depends on the detail. So if it's a very, very detailed character, it can take up to anywhere up to even 4 weeks to do. But this one I hope to finish tonight. We'll see how it goes. So far, so good. Batman Returns. It's not a swan. Close, but it's not a swan. Yes, it actually works very, very well for models to be printed, because right before you send a model to the printer, you typically will decimate it. And decimate it means to triangulate it in the least amount of triangles possible, so your file size is small. Then you send it over to the printer. And since this is already triangulated, then you're halfway there. So then you can just decimate it even more, and it works. It works really well. Emily, I have the 27. I'm not looking to get the 34 anytime soon. I tried it at GDC. It's extremely nice. It's very, very nice, but it is big. It's like, I think my eyeballs would sizzle because it's so gigantic. It's really big. So you're like going, it's too big. It's too big. Can you use the new polygroup mode on a decimated mesh and then Z-remesh it? Yes, you can. Yes, you can, John. Let's see. You watched all of Paul's decimations? Yep. Yep, Sean. Yep. It's just more and more stuff. More stuff to learn. Never ends. Never ends. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna pull out his wing. It is a fowl. It is a bird, but it's not a swan. And it works with masking, so you can just mask something off. Let me see. Hey, what's up, Juan Franco? You know, before I do this, I'm going to shape this body a little better. And when you use the move brush, you'll see that this gets grayed out. The Sculptress mode gets grayed out. So you can use move without decimating or using Sculptress Pro. It's kind of nice. Sometimes the brush size is a bit irritating, you know, because sometimes you might accidentally get rid of detail that you have. Okay. Sorry, somebody's trying to. Patrice, yes. Over on Facebook, yes. I still use the blockout method. This does not replace my blockout method. I prefer blocking out stuff with primitives. This is not my typical workflow. I'm just doing the sphere challenge from the beta test. They're doing it. So you start with a sphere and then you try and build from the sphere using Sculptress mode, and you want to touch the sphere as little as possible, but try and get it to kind of work in there. So let's see. Yep, you can. Hey Chris, how's it going? It's close, you're close. Okay, let's see. I need to get the wing in here. Let's see. Wing. There we go. Super cartoony. All right. Let's I'm going to snake hook it out so it'll actually tessellate as I pull it out. It's going to look weird for a minute. This is pretty fun, actually. I want this to overlap. Okay, and we'll make this edge smooth. Yeah. You can just, like, you know, do stuff with large detail and then come in with a smaller brush and just, so you can actually see what it looks like right here. See that? And then I can come in here if I want to, make my brush even smaller, grab this detail brush, and just kind of cut it in. You can see it add the geometry as I start to cut this in. It's really nice. It's really fun to play with. Let's see. I think I'm going to detail out, like, I know I'm adding detail way too soon. I should be waiting, but it's just too fun. Okay. Will you have to change any of your brushes for this version? No, actually, they just work. So Sculptress mode works great with them. And I didn't have to do anything, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I have yet to release this user interface. It's just the updated 2018 user interface to the public yet. I haven't put it up on my website yet because some of my students are kind of testing it out. And basically all I've added is the Sculptress mode, then the draw size per brush, and then this remember dynamic mode per brush. Then I added the let's see, this clay buildup back in by popular demand. People wanted it back, so I added it back. Then on my menu, I added this Decimation master stuff, and I got rid of the, I can't remember what it's called, where you can make spheres and stuff over in the menu. You don't need that anymore because now it's in the gizmo, so I got rid of it. So, Daniel, you're getting close, my friend. Getting close. Didn't take you guys long. It's cool because then you can just erase stuff really easily. Does Decimation Master work? Yeah, it does. Works well. They've actually added some presets. So you can, they actually want you to use it in conjunction with Sculptors Pro, because sometimes your computer will start to chug. It'll start to choke because there's too many triangles. So you can just quickly decimate, decimate, and it'll get rid of some of that detail while still maintaining your sculpt. And then you can just keep going. The one thing to note though is decimation will get rid of your color. So if you have any coloring, like any poly paint, it'll get rid of it. So just be careful. Do your poly paint at the very, very end after you're done. Yes, I do, Mr. Oopsie Daisy. I have them over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com. They are free. And all of them work with 2018. So you just follow the directions for how to install them, but instead of where it says 4R8 for the last version, like just put the brushes in 2018 ZBrush startup and then brush presets. The same brushes go in there. And then the Z project will work with 2018. I just haven't released this user interface. Actually, the user interface for 4R8 will work in 2018. It just won't have the few added things that I've added here. There is Cryrid, there is a use and preserve poly paint? I gotta see. Really? Use and keep poly paint. Since when? I didn't even know about that. No way. Okay. Wow. Okay, there's something. I learned something new today. That's awesome. Okay, forget what I said. Try that. Wow. I'm going to have to try that. Okay, I'm going to cut this in. I want it to be connected up here, actually, because that's kind of where they connect. So. Sorry, I'm going to sculpt for a little bit. You guys are asking awesome questions, but there's too many. This is super fun, though. Okay. Got that. Now, I want the legs to be sticking out like crazy. And thanks, Cryrid. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. What's up, Ronnie? Oh. Hey, Heather. Hey, Victor over on Facebook. How's it going? If you're still watching. Sorry, you guys. I have a hard time keeping up with the Facebook comments because it's on a different window. Okay. This is kind of tricky. Has any of you guys did you see when I was at the ZBrush Summit a couple years ago, and I did like a for the sculpt off, I made a dandelion. I just had a lot of fun with that, and I wanted to do something kind of funny again. I wonder if I should you know what? I'm gonna redo this. Because yeah, I want it to be sitting on the egg, so I want to have a little bit more contact with it. So I'm gonna pull it out from down here. Maybe make it a little bit bigger, because I want him to actually have contact. Let's see. It's kind of messing it up a little bit. But I don't want to mess up the sphere too much. So it's very tricky. Tricky. Let's move that down. Okay. I want to make a big enough surface. Now this is going to look dumb for a minute. Let's see. Is that the angle I want? I want it to be like this. And then come off. So attached and then come off. Anyway, the reason I bring up that that dandelion is because I had so much fun working on it because it was funny. It was just funny, and this thinking about this idea in my head just kind of cracked me up. So I wanted to make it. Okay, why aren't we working? What's going on? Did I turn the intensity down too much? Okay, that's why. I meant to turn it down on smooth, not the brush itself. Okay, I'm peeking it out a little too much. Let's get the inflate going down here. And there's a case of the warbles. Look at that. Ugh. Yeah. Well, Daniel, I think I want to do it mid lay. like it's in the middle of happening or just finished. That's why it makes me laugh, because like the facial expression we can get on here. Yeah, Ronnie, I should. Like the case of the Mondays. Okay. Pixelage is gonna love this. Except for I kind of went too big with it. I want it to be small. Grimmest. Oh man. Okay. Let's crank this up. I made this too small. Or I need it smaller. I need it to go down. Probably gonna warp the sphere too much. It's like chicken legs. They're all thick near the body, and they go really. I want them to be exaggeratedly thin down here, and then have these really big talons. Do chickens have talons? What? You guys see Napoleon Dynamite? Did Trucan sell stirrup talons? Yo. Hey, what's up? How's it going, BX Boris? Poor birdie. You guys got it. It's hilarious, right? Hilarious. Okay, I want him to be like... Here, let me get the feet off a little bit more. Just to have some space. Oh, that's not the direction. Gotta pull it off in this direction. Whoa, too fast. Too fast! Just kind of trying to straighten out the warbles here. Then it'll have some kind of feathers coming out around this leg, how it's sticking out. And then some really big toes. Let's see. Like exaggerated toes. This is the part where Sculptress Pro mode is a beautiful thing. So maybe like this. Like this. And do I want it to be like this? Sorry, I gotta look at it from back here. Okay, now let's make those toes. Let's finesse this a little bit and make those toes fat. They're not small. Whoa. Gosh dang, sometimes it goes fast and sometimes it's slow. Okay, not so fast. Okay, now use the regular move. Get these out here even more. Oh gosh. See, if you smooth when your brush is too big, it's just gonna smooth those things right out of existence. Yep, Dynamesh. Yep, Dynamesh Master. You got to use it to get a watertight mesh. So, have you guys seen the cool things in? Kind of looks like frog feet. The cool stuff in under the Gizmo. So check this out: Remesh by Dynamesh, Remesh by Union, and Remesh by ZRemesher. You guys need to check those out. They're super cool. So basically, it does exactly what it says it's going to do. So it will redo the mesh by whichever one of those you pick. And what's cool about it is it's dynamic, so you're not committed until you go back to the Gizmo. So you can say Remesh by Dynamesh, and it'll give you like a bounding box and some cones, and you can pull on those cones and get the density of your Dynamesh while you're still working on it. So you can kind of get a kind of guess and see what the level of Dynamesh that you want, and you're not really committed until you let go and you're done. And I almost like that a little bit better than Decimation Master, because Decimation Master is kind of a goal that you're kind of a target you're trying to hit, and this is more like I just want to crank it up enough where it looks good to me and it's doing everything I need it to do. And it does the same thing. So if you do Remesh by ZRemesher, that will use all of the things that you've already set up over in your geometry menu. So any kind of settings you've set up in your ZRemesher, it will do that by ZRemesher. So you can do it over and over again, and it doesn't commit until you're done. So it's like a nice kind of little preview. It does take some time. It does do its little timer when you do it, but it's super cool. And that ZRemesh, or sorry, that I keep saying Z, but that remesh by union, that will actually take primitives and stick them together without destroying the mesh. It's kind of like live Boolean. If you've seen the live Boolean and you go, okay, live Boolean, let's go, let's do it. So it's kind of like hitting live Boolean without actually Booleaning anything together or apart. It just sews it together and gets rid of interior meshes without doing a Dynamesh. It's really cool. Super cool. Yeah, Decimation Master, for sure. Yeah, Sean, it's just like Dynamesh. You will lose detail. It's just like Dynamesh, unless you have it high enough. So, it depends. You'll have to reproject. Oh, Red Hatred, awesome. Very cool. Okay, let's get back to it. Back to it. So, Fazjin, yes. So they actually use Decimation Master along with Sculptors Pro mode. Yeah, I was explaining it a little bit earlier in the stream where if sometimes you will get so many triangles, see all these triangles? Sometimes you will get so many that your machine will start to bog down. And you can use Decimation Master to redecimate your model and get it to a manageable level, which is cool. Yeah, so this is just, I can come in here and just kind of, you know, set the level of my tessellation based on brush size. And just kind of work it around. Okay. Let's see. I want to mask this out. Yeah, Sean, it's a necessary evil. I use it all the time. Reproject. So I'm just basically making this little kind of leg feather thing that I want to pull out. I don't know how pointed I want it. Okay, let's do like a, so I can inflate, run and inflate along here. Let's see, make the brush a little bit bigger. Not sure how well I like that. Let's try snake hook. What's up, James? Yeah, you should, man. I don't know that they've officially announced it to the public yet, but I think they're going to. They're going to allow. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but like officially, you know, doing an official sphere challenge. Okay, I'm going to have to come back in here and clean this up, obviously, because it looks like crap. Okay, that's just gonna how it's gonna have to be for now. Okay, let's get smaller. And you can see kind of what it's doing. You get close up in here, and get the detail brush, and you can literally add detail. And you can even smooth it out first. Whoops, with a smaller brush to add that resolution that you want. So you can kind of lay the foundation of how much detail you want in there, and then switch to like the detail brush, which I'm already on, and just start to cut that in. And just cut it in. It just makes it so it's the most like clay that I've ever experienced in ZBrush. And you know, I'm a Sculptors user. I used Sculptors a lot back in the day, and I have a video showing how to use Sculptors on YouTube. And it's old now, but it's been seen a lot. And this is like having Sculptors and ZBrush. I like it a lot. It's really good for roughing stuff out. You know, this will never be used for, like, you can't really use this for a game model or anything like that, but you could, you know, rough this in and then ZRemesh it and just, you know, go to town with it. And polish works with it, so you can come in here. The biggest thing you need to get used to is how the resolution is based on your brush size. That is like the biggest thing. And that's the thing that you will fight with the most. Because you'll want a bigger brush size, but it won't have, you know, maybe you won't want as much geometry or tessellation or whatever as it's giving you, or you want more. Yeah, it just depends. So it's just kind of a practice and work with it, and yeah. Okay. Let's see. Just get some more done here. Yeah, red H, right? Just making this a little bit bigger. This is, so right now I typically use a sphere and I'd insert a sphere for the eyes, but I can't. I have to use Sculptors Pro mode. I cannot add anything else with this challenge. Okay, let me catch up. Hey, what's up, Blands? How's the primitive gizmo changed your workflow, if any? So I'll get into that like next stream. It has, but not as much as you would think. I still prefer the insert multi-mesh just because I'm used to it and it's fast. The insert or the project primitive method, it's good, but when I first tried it, it was like, I thought it was destructive, because when I say destructive, that just means once you commit it, you know, it melds together, like two objects will meld together. And once you commit that, then it's done, and you can't really go back and edit that as far as, you know, the normal way. So that's why I'm like, instantly primitives are better because you can go back and edit them. But there is a cone, it's the purple cone. If you pull the purple cone all the way out, then it makes it so the two primitives do not meld and they do not subtract from each other. So if you use that, if you keep that cone pulled all the way out, then it's essentially my insert multi-mesh primitive method. It's essentially the same, only instead of picking the primitives out of the insert multi-mesh, you are pulling different cones to make different primitive shapes, which can be very powerful. So say if you wanted like a more square finger section, but it's semi-rounded, you can get that shape pretty easily with the project primitives, because you can start with a square and you can kind of start to soften it up and stick it in there. But I'm still trying to figure out if it's something that I would continue to work with, because, you know, that's like the going meme right now, right? Is there's so many cones, which one is which and how does it work, and you know, that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's yeah, I'm still getting into it. I'm still getting used to it. I need to decide if that's if it's going to change my workflow or not. But so far, not. It's very, very cool though. It's very cool, and I might use it to get specific shapes, just like I said. But let's see. I just want to make these a little fatter, and this a little fatter down in the. His toes all sticking out here. All right, let's see. Is there any reason to use Dynamesh over Sculptors Pro? Yeah, just rebuild your surface, where Sculptors Pro does not. So it depends on what you're doing. Let's see. Can we use tools made by Sculptors Pro as an insert mesh? Eventually, yeah, you could set it up that way. Nuzzle tops, yes, I do. It's over, and it looks like, thanks, Me posted a a link over to my website, and I give this the interface, my brushes, and my ruler file. I give it away for free. Just know that I haven't updated the user interface to 2018 version of ZBrush yet. The brushes are the same. The ruler file is the same, so you can use those. Just put them in the 2018 folder directory. The directory is exactly the same except for 2018 instead of 4R8. And the user interface will work, but it'll be missing a few buttons. It'll be missing the Sculptors Pro mode, and this one, the draw size, and the dynamic size, and I updated this menu. So there's a few things. Yeah, and it's really easy for you guys to do that. I've made one, but that's okay, Sean. Me posted it over there, and you can see it. But just go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and it works. Yep, new surface from 1 to 16. Yep, red hatred, totally. What is it? So it just makes it so you cannot, it doesn't meld them together. So that, and I just don't want the shapes to actually like fuse together. I want them to stay separate. So anyway, okay. What do we got? We got 9 o'clock. Not too bad for an hour, I guess. Let's see. Let's get going on this some more. Good question, though. Questions. Okay, let's see. I'll pull this out. It looks like a duck. I don't want a duck. I don't want it. Let's see. Get a different angle. No. Just straight. It's all sad. He's all sad face. Sad little guy. Okay. Now, I kind of want him doing an expression with his mouth open. So, I'm going to actually mask this off and rotate it up. That'll kind of push in his head too. Hey, what's up from New York? How's it going? Hey, what's up, Tony? How you doing, man? You gonna do some sphere challenges? Did you do one? There were so many, I can't remember them all. All right, take care, Sean. See ya. Hey, Hannibal, I have updated the UI, but I haven't released it to the general public yet. I've released it to my students, but not on my website yet. This is it. This is what it looks like, and it will be coming soon. Like I said, I just updated a few little things, not too much. Mainly, I just added Sculptors mode. Sculptors Pro mode, and a couple other things. But I'll be updating it very soon. What's up, Hannibal? It's separate, but 15. Why 15 more dials? Because it does attach, I believe. In the lower, anything lower than 1, I can't remember. I'd have to mess with it. All I know is that's how I use it, is pulling it all the way out. Okay. Let's see. What? Yeah, Robert. Okay, I'm just shaping this bill. Put it on my bill. I just want it to kind of hook down to the very end and then come out. This is the part about Sculptors mode that I really like. Is I can just kind of come in here, with the detail brush or the move brush and just start pulling these shapes around, and it doesn't destroy my mesh. So I can make the place where the eyes are going to go, and then just kind of work around and smooth it. So I do use a keyboard. My keyboard, you can't really see it in my, but it sits underneath my desk, and I slide it out, so it comes out underneath my Cintiq here. Yeah, I do use a keyboard, and the ghosted keyboard is that's just it's called Noah keyboard, and I just put it there to show you guys what keys I'm pressing when I'm pressing them. It should be working, is it not? Yeah, it does. See that? I'm holding down Shift. It's changing. Oh, Windows is like, do you want to use sticky keys? No. Just pushing Shift. Leave me alone. Okay. Let's cut in this detail here. Solid. Love it. Okay, then I can grab the snake hook, and I'm going to make his bottom mouth. Looks like a beard. I'll put the gobbler on later. Let's see. Hey, what's up? I can't say your name. Faminixed Real. How's it going? Let's see. Tell us about the brush you're using. I'm using several different brushes. This is just the move brush, but I'm using Sculptors Pro mode, and I have these brushes down here that I use all the time. This is the detail brush. This is just a brush. It's kind of based on the Damien standard brush, but it's tweaked a little bit, and I put a new icon on there so I can see actually what it does. And then I have a pinch brush and a cloth brush. All these brushes are available over on my website at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. And they all work with Sculptors Pro mode, surprisingly, which I'm happy about. Okay, I want his mouth way open. I should have pulled it down, but since I have this, oh boy. Let's see if I can do this. See, this is another thing cool about Sculptors Pro mode is, see how I just basically messed up his mouth? But I don't care, because I can just grab this business and shove it down his throat. And then like hollow out his beak a little more. And then hollow this out a little more. Easy. There's a little, oh gosh. See, that's what I'm talking about. My brush is too big, so when I grab that with the snake hook, it actually reduced it. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to grab move. I'm just going to move it. Make his mouth a little smaller. Let's see. Oh, Michael Pavlovich. He was on this morning, right? Oh my God, it goes. So, Red Hatred, you should check out Danny Max 60-second tutorials. He actually goes through the cones really quickly on one of his 60-second tutorials. It's pretty good. But he just put out a new one today on how to use ZRemesher and Polygroup, like the new Polygroup It. Super nice. He's been doing those tutorials, and they're fantastic. So check those out. Yeah, I'm gonna make a tongue actually. You're already ahead of me. Gonna make a tongue. Cause he's pushing this egg out. This giant sphere. He's like, Ngah! What is this? Okay. Got some warbles happening. Just say no to warbles. Mike is like a superhero technical guy. And I love his tutorials. they're spot on, and he teaches you so much in such a short amount of time too. You kind of have to record it and go back and watch it. He talks so fast. He's like the Micro Machines guy on Galoob. You remember Micro Machines? Where do you find the UI? So just join the newsletter and you'll get it. So just say sign up for the newsletter. You can also scroll down the page, and there are 3 videos that show you how to install it, install all 3 items and how to use them. So there's 3 different videos. There's one on the UI, there's one on the brushes, and one on the ruler file and how to use it. So just scroll down, and both of those buttons link to the same. Here, I'm going to show you really fast. I'm going to show you. This is my shameless plug. Shameless plug. Here we go. So if you go to 3D Character Workshop right here, so if you click on this button, you'll get my brushes. See how it says you will get my free brushes and user interface right here for signing up. So go here and you'll get them. And here are the 3 videos, 1, 2, 3. So this talks about the brushes, this talks about the user interface, and this talks about the ruler file. And you can click here and it goes to the same place. So you just click here and then you just fill out your info and you'll get them. And these are some awesome characters that my students have done. So anyway, shameless plug right there. And if you've signed up before, I'm going to send you an email with the updated user interface shortly, as soon as I get it done. So if you've signed up before, you don't need to sign up again. If you want the new stuff, I'm going to send you a link to the download page. You don't have to sign up again if you're already on there, so don't worry about that. I just need to get it out there. It's not, like I said, it's not available to the public yet. Soon. I've just been crazy busy with contract work and, you know, trying to do this ZBrush 2018 stuff. Okay, let's see. Soon. I'm just trying to work out these eyeballs. It's going to be weird. That's all pushed in right there. Don't be such... Yeah, so if you're on my newsletter, you don't need to sign up again. Just know that. You'll get the latest info when I update it, and I'll send out an email, a mass email. I think I haven't told many people, but I think I have almost 8,000 people on my emailing list. I don't send out very many emails. I send out emails when I launch my course, and I'm going to be doing that for springtime enrollment pretty soon. I'm not exactly sure what the date is, but that's coming. So if you're interested, stay on the newsletter for that and you'll be notified. And then you'll get like a series of emails, you know, over like a week or so. You can just ignore them if you're not interested right now. So when I said students, I teach an online I teach an online course. It's called the 3D Character Workshop, and I need to do better I can't even communicate today, but I need to do better at communicating on my website exactly what it is, and that there's a course there. You can't really tell, but here I'll show you really fast. So if you log in, it's not. I must already be logged in. Well, sometimes there's a login right here. So yeah, okay, here we go. So I'm already logged in. If I go to my library, so here's my course. This is the 3D Character Workshop, and I'll show you kind of a preview of what it looks like. So this is the course. There's a bunch of modules and a couple bonuses, and I do I need to change this out, but like, for example, here's the first module, and I go through ZBrush fundamentals, and you can see all this stuff. And then if you go into, say, one of these, talking about polygroups, then I go through and tell you all about polygroups and how to use them and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the course in a nutshell. But there's a whole bunch of videos, and there's text, and there's comments, and all sorts of really fun stuff. And inside the bonuses, I teach you how to prep your models for 3D printing, how to render in Keyshot, and I do like this mini head course that takes you all the way through, and I do some industry pro interviews, and there's a community, like a Google Plus community, and I also take you all the way through game character creation. So I talk about how to create game characters in here, how to do UVs, and how to bake maps and all that stuff. So it's a big course. Anyway, so you asked, I told you. Yes, Jake. It's lifetime access. So once you get in, you're in the cool kids club, and I based the model around ZBrush, around Pixelogic. So what that means is once you've purchased it, all the updates are free, and you don't have to pay for updates anymore. And I update it once in a while. So I'll be updating it after this the 2018 release, talking about this new Sculptors mode and stuff like that. So yep, so there'll be a spring enrollment, so be ready for that one if you want to get in there. I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure the exact date yet, but coming soon. This is pretty funny. Okay, let's I want to get the tail feathers going on here. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Devin? Hey, Joe. How you doing, man? If you're still here. You probably just popped in and bailed. How's it going, man? Oh, man, that's really small. Okay. That's what the snake hook does. Okay, let's see. Maybe a bigger brush. I kind of want... It's kind of tricky. Okay, the slower I go, the more geometry it takes with it, which is good. I guess I can come back with inflate and... fix these a bit. Okay, and do one more. Whoa. This middle one's going to be hard to do. That's not what I want. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's way more complicated. Way more complicated. I mean, I break it down so it's not like super complex, but I cover a lot more information. Okay, well, that's what I'm gonna get. Oh, I know, right? Has anybody ever said yes to sticky keys? Yes, I want sticky keys. Thank you. I was hoping you'd ask. Just kind of trying to make these look sort of similar. It's really hard not to have warbles, not undulating surface. It's easy to make it have undulations. Okay. Then I want to take these. I wonder if I can do them all at the same time. Let's see. So DJ Kim, Would you ever do one modeling for animation purpose? I want to see how you handle the edges and positions of 3, 5 points and stuff. I don't do that on this stream, but I do teach it in my course. I do teach how to do it, but I don't show that while I'm streaming because it's pretty boring, and I don't want to give everything away. You know what I'm saying? So, I typically also don't do that inside of ZBrush. I use another program. So, and since this is the Pixelogic streaming channel, I don't show it here. So I'm going to unmask these, and I'm going to see what happens if I just pull these out. Not that far. Maybe like this. Then they're all messed up. So I can go back in here. See how they're all stretched? And then just smooth them out. Yay, super sculptress mode. Super. I call it super sculptress mode. It's like flags. They're supposed to be feathers. We'll try and make them more feathery here. Oh yeah, red, that's cool. Yeah, I do have a little bit of automation happening in between launches, so that might be what you got going on there. I just don't leave it open all the time because I don't want to be overwhelmed with students. So I kind of drip it. But I will do like webinar style launches. I hate the word webinar. Yeah, James, totally. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can smooth it. What James is saying, you can smooth an area and eventually it will actually like separate out and make a new piece. So I don't know if I'll be using that on this guy. I don't know if I'll have the need, but it's a possibility. You can also turn Sculptress mode off. So I want to inflate these toes, not that much, without decimating. That's such a made-up word. Decimate. Decimate your friends. There we go. See, I just want those feet to balance out and be bigger. Decimate for fun and profit. Yeah, Chris, right? Oh. I'm going to do the same thing to these guys. Inflate. Paul is such a wordsmith. He is. Let's see. Did I miss... If I miss your question, because I'm sculpting or whatever, and hey, Devin, just ask it again, because I'm sculpting too, so... So G Castro, have you gone back to the studio life yet? I have not. Well, I sort of have. I do contract work, and I can't say who I'm working for right now until I actually like finish and contribute to the game I'm working on. So I don't want to go announce it or anything. But yes, I'm still working in the industry. I need to stay relevant and teach new pipelines and things like that. So, but the course is doing very well. So I tend to just, do a lot with the course. Okay, so there's three little feathers in the back. I'm smoothing everything down without Sculptress mode on, so I can use a way bigger brush and just start to smooth this without it destroying things. And he's pretty large from the front. Might try and like push some of this in just to kind of make him. I want him to kind of be like heavy on the bottom, you know, so he's like sitting on the egg or whatever, the sculptress on the sphere. And I actually want those back feathers to be much bigger. All right, Robert, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, man. Have a great rest of your evening, day, or wherever you are at. Okay, I'm going to mask these feathers off. I want to make them larger. So turn symmetry off. Let's center this. There we go. There we go. That big? Maybe like that. Yeah, that works. I'm talking to myself, don't mind me. Yep. Should be up in a couple days, if not tomorrow. Pixologic tends to get them on YouTube fairly quickly. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Just want to pull this back. I need to save this. Save it. Okay. Okay. I know it's working if it makes me laugh. Raphael, let's see, one cool question. After all the sculpt with the new Sculptors Pro is done, we can use the remesher. Yes, you can. Now I feel topo eyes really need to be done outside of ZBrush. Okay, just if you ever do topology for games or film, you will always need to redo the topology by hand. ZRemesher is not there yet. It's not quite there. You can't really use it as a mesh for rigging for animation. It's not quite there yet. But what you can do is you can duplicate this, then ZRemesh it, and then project the detail back on. So you can do that, and that will get you quads back. So you're not using triangles anymore. So that's the way to do that. Do I ever use backface masking for the thin stuff? I do. If I need to, if it starts to affect the back, that's why I have it on my interface right here. See, it's right here, backface mask, or yeah, mask by polygroups, stuff like that. I'll turn it on occasionally. But this stuff's thick enough that I don't really need to worry about it. Okay, let's see. I really want him squawking, so her. It's gonna be her, I guess, not him. It's her. Let's see if I can. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, Jake. I use it all the time. Okay, let's see. And I can get the tongue coming out, going back. Okay. Now let's put the, what do we got, 919? All right, we're doing all right. Let's get a little bit of a connection happening. Workday starts in 40 minutes. Oh, sorry, man. Take care. Have a good work day. Thanks for joining me so early. Is it official that this version would be called? Yeah, 5R1. Yeah, you know, I don't know why they switched to 2018, but yeah, this would be technically version 5.1. Or just 5. Version 5. They usually don't say 0.1. Okay. Let me see if I can turn this off. And I want to inflate his head more. It's probably going to ruin his eyes, but let's see. Make sure. So it's hard when you have symmetry on. You need to make sure that you're right in the center, or you'll get like two lumps. One lump or two. And if you're not in the center, you just got to be very, very cautious. You don't make two lumps. Oops. That brush size, I'm still getting used to it. Okay, let's make his little gobbler, right? Little gobbler. I want to make his neck also have kind of a thing. Let's see. This is going to be funny. Hold on, I gotta look up reference. I gotta see if it comes off of if it's right, like hooked to the bottom of the beak, or what. Sorry, 1 second. Yeah, I guess it is. It's all kind of one part, one piece that goes all the way around. This is not any form of realistic. Okay. I'm just gonna make it come off the beak. Who cares? All right. Come on, inflate. Turn off Sculptors mode. Let's see. Gobbler. Yes, it looks like what you think it looks like. All right. I'm gonna try and put some motion to it. Topological range 3. Shrinks the neck still. Gotta be careful. I want more motion to these wings. I don't know if I can pull them off like I want to. Whoops. There we go. Edgar, I will do I'll try and keep hard surface modeling in ZBrush as much as I can, but if I'm going to do a lot of it, I usually do it somewhere else. Just because it slows down my workflow a little bit, to be honest. But if I can stay in ZBrush while I'm working, I will. Let's see. Let's aim this up. I just want to pull these wings out just a little bit. So he's kind of just going, you know? Like, what is happening? One of those. And pull this back in. And it's going to break it, but I don't care because it's Sculptors Pro. I need to smooth it. Let's see. And it fixes it, sort of. Let's fix all. We won't be seeing all this back here, hopefully. Maybe I'll pull it in a little bit. Just using regular move. So topological is slowing it down. That's why I need to turn that off. Yeah, no worries. But everything, you know, I will do a lot of hard surface in here. So don't, especially when I'm making like weapons or something like that, like a pistol, you know. I'll go ahead and do it in here. Don't be afraid. Okay, let's get the tongue. How'd you reposition the gizmo? So anytime you hold down Alt, you can do whatever you want with the gizmo and it will not affect the object. And that includes any part of this except for that yellow square. It won't do anything because it's scaling on all axis and you can't scale the gizmo. But if you want to just move it, just hold down Alt and move it, or rotate it, or you can't scale because you can't scale the gizmo. So anything with scale you can't do. But all these buttons right here actually affect the gizmo. So this one will center it in, if you have symmetry turned on, it's going to center it in half of your object right there in the object's mass. Or if you have some kind of like a mask like that, and invert it, and you hit that button again, holding down Alt, and you hit that button, it's going to center it in the middle of that masked area, like that. Then, if you want to orient the gizmo along the object's normals, you can hold down Alt and just tap anywhere, and it'll move while you're holding down Alt, yeah. It'll do it, it'll move. And then if you want to reset it to the world axis, you can just hold down Alt and click that, and see it resets it to the world. And then if you hit this home while you're holding down Alt, it'll center it into the center of home. So yeah, hopefully that helps you out. That's all I did. Let's just tap on the surface. Duca, can Sculptors Pro replace Dynamesh? Not how you're thinking. Dynamesh acts in its own different way, and Dynamesh will do the entire object all at once, and Sculptors just kind of works locally when you're sculpting. There is a Decimate and Decimate function inside the geometry menu underneath. See it right here, Decimate. I can click that and it will decimate the entire object, but it won't necessarily merge parts together like Dynamesh does. So Dynamesh will merge parts and get rid of interior geometry, whereas Decimate will not, I believe. I could be mistaken, but I don't believe it does that. So they're used for different things. Okay. Yeah, no worries. Okay, let's get these eyes. And then, okay, I'm going to add kind of these, the little crest going along the top. But I want to put some eyebrows in first. Let's see how this brush works. I haven't used this one with Sculptress mode yet. Looks like I got rid of my eye. Let's see. This is just the fill. This just builds it up softly. So like the clay, this clay builds it up quickly. Like this, and makes a mess. where this fill brush is really subtle, smooth. So if I want to build up some eyebrows, I can without it, you know, ruining the surface too much. Okay, now he's got some eyebrows, and then I'm gonna snake hook out this. I want to make him kind of goofy. Brr. I'll fix these here in a minute. I'm just trying to get some geometry in place. Gosh dang. It's hard to stay in the center. Looks like a punk rocker. Maybe this angle. Why did the other ones go so easy and this one is having troubles? Okay, that's good enough. I'm just going to deal with it. Just going to kind of make these skinny. And then fatten out. Well, I want more geometry on here, so I can inflate them with no problems. Ugh, that one's going away. Come back. Okay, let's, I guess move will work without destroying anything. Oh hey, what's up? Okay, let's inflate without Sculptress mode on. The other snake hook brush? Oh, I haven't tried that one yet. Let me see. Snake hook 2, huh? Let's try that. Ah. Okay, I want to try that bad boy. I forgot all about that one. Thank you so much. It's new. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's kind of spongy. Ooh, I like it though. That is nice. It's nice for pushing in down in these areas. Thanks for letting me know about that. Reminding me. It's pretty cool. Peacock. Thanks. So let me try that. Man, I might have to put the snake hook 2 on my interface if I'm going to use it that much. We'll have to see. Because doing stuff like this, it's a nice thing. I'll inflate that. Am I on drugs? No? Should I be? Let's see. I I'm going to be snake hook 2. What's the snake? Oh, 2. Okay. Need to get used to the hotkey. Let's try this. Try pulling out a tongue with that snake hook 2 and see if I can get it. Sorry, this is fun, man. It's fun. Sorry, I'll try and be more depressed. Let's see, snake hook 2. Oh gosh, pull it in, go in, not out. Okay, oh I see what it does, pulls along the surface. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna use a regular snake hook for this one. I just want to pull that back into the mouth. Then just a detail brush and cut it in so it looks like it's not connected. Smooth that down. Not a double, single. Let's crank it up a little bit. I can pinch it too. Pinch it. There we go. Got it. Reverse pinch to kind of straighten that out. Sculptors Pro, you can, yep. Not like ZBrush cares about poly count though. It does though. With Sculptors Pro mode, you can make your machine cry if you get it. If you get the poly count too high. Yeah, so just be careful. So right now I'm only sitting at 234,000, which is fine. It's completely in fine mode. All right. All right, I'm gonna get some, pinch this around here. I usually like to turn my model so I can get a good stroke on it. Just add some more geometry. Whoa, that's too much. Hey, what's up, Haroon? Chickens are always weird. They are always weird. They're so weird. Look at them. Okay, I want to go, let me see. What am I wanting to do? I'm going to try the snake hook with this. Where you find it? Oh, let's see. I'm trying to remember where it is. Preferences. Yeah, I can't remember where I found it. I did find it, but it's buried in there. Maybe somebody else in the stream knows. I don't want to have you guys watch me dig for it. Sorry. Okay, this is needing some cleanup here. Is Sculptors Pro a new feature? It is indeed. It's new with ZBrush 2018, brand new one that just came out. Okay, I wanted to try the snake hook brush. Turn off symmetry though. I think that'll work. I should have done this with the legs. plants. Break. Oh, he's trying to find these right here. The remember dynamic mode per brush button and this remember draw size per brush. I can't remember where those are located inside the menu. Somebody was asking about them. If you guys know, that'd be great if you could post where they are at. Sculptors Pro mode is fun. I have to tell you that. It is quite fun. Hey, what's up, Specky Nation? Yeah, they're not in an intuitive place. That is for sure. Preference, draw. Thank you. You're the winner. All right, let's clean these edges up a little bit. This is a little too sharp. Haroon, I don't have it available quite yet, but it will be available on my website soon. It's on 3dcharacterworkshop.com. If you're already on my list, I will be sending you an email with a location where you can download the new user interface. So I'm just kind of running it through its paces right now, making sure that everything is on there that I want to be on there. Like if I want to have the Snake Hook 2 brush out on the interface or not. I'm still trying to decide. That's another one. It's a good example. But it should be available fairly soon. Let's see. See, this is a good example. I need to rotate him so my arm is like whoop, so I can there we go. That's much better. Hey Sean, what's up? You're drunk with typing slower. Speculation, that's funny. So you just like, I'm trying to remember where it is. I cannot recall. All right, let's put a pinch down here to get that cleaner. Let's smooth this out. If I don't have symmetry on, dagnabbit. All right, what did I do without symmetry? Probably that wing, huh? Yeah, oh well. Dang symmetry. Might as well turn it off to do this side. Yeah, see, I like the look of that neck way better than I like the look of these legs. I can erase this and do it again if I want. Got about 15 minutes left. I'm going to give him some talons. Maybe I'll just reduce what's happening here. Let me make sure the symmetry is on. I want this to happen on both That's a bit more better. Yeah, Specky Nation, that is a fantastic thing that you should be doing, because you can actually teach yourself a lot about ZBrush by building your own user interface, especially if you do menus and stuff like this. Like putting this user menu together taught me so much about what I use, what I don't, where to find it, all that stuff. Also downloading other people's user interfaces to see what they've done with theirs and what they use the most and what they think is important. Then you can just kind of edit it after that. Just give you an idea, you know, what do you want to include on yours. So this is my user interface left over from the Disney Infinity days. That's what I used to use a lot. And I've just kind of updated it as I went and listened to user feedback and adjusted it as I went along. Okay, let's do some Talons. Oh, let's do the snake hook too. BS2. Because it comes out of the normal. Okay, let me see if I increase focus. I want a kind of a hard ring where it comes out. There we go. Check that out. Yeah, there we go. That's cool, but not in that direction. Looks like I have some facets. Let's clean those up before we do any more. See, because you want kind of even geometry when you're going to be doing something like that. I bet my last one, but I can't find my backup file anymore to update it to 2018. So do you still have 4R8 installed? Because if you do, you can just go open 4R8 and then go to Preferences, Config, and then Save UI right there. And you save it out and then come back in here and just load up your UI and it'll come up in 2018. So hopefully MV Pisking, I might, but I'm not supposed to touch the sphere at least 3/4. So maybe I can get away with just like that's a pretty good idea actually. Just kind of warping the tip of it to make it kind of look like an egg shape. Oh man, that's hilarious. There we go. Easy peasy. Oh, look at this. Garbage over here. Garbage on the left. It's, oh geez. That's quite the Talon. Okay, let's do it again. Do it again. Have one that's all bent, weird. That'd be funny. It is a matte cap shader. It's just it's the one that ships called Green Metallic. I have it turned on so I can see the surface. But I'll be painting him shortly, so that'll change. The surface. This is just, it's like my version of the red wax. It's just so I can see what it's doing. Okay, let's put some let's give him some eyes, like bonkers eyes, like he's going, yeah. All right, here we go. What should we do? Okay, maybe clay buildup. Let's see if we can build this up. All right, I'll build it up a little bit more, then polish it back down if it works. Oh, come on. What is it? MVP is king. Okay, excuse. Confirm. MV Pisk. I'm sorry. Twitch names are so hard to be like, what does that say? Sorry. My bad. Hey you. That's what I should say. Hey guy. Ooh. Maybe I'll push it in. Push it in. Does that look weird? That looks weird. I think I'm going to take it out. Maybe I'll just paint it on. I'm not going to have geometry on there for his pupil. Paint. What's Blance? Oh, you missed the start of the stream. Did you start with 2 spheres or 1? Just 1. So that's the sphere challenge that Pixelogic has put forth. Is basically they want you to start with a sphere and not touch it as much as possible, and then just use Sculptors Pro mode only and just build up from there and sculpt something. So I did 2 of them before. I did a scorpion and I did a shark. I don't know if you guys saw those or not. Let me see if I can. I'll pull them up for you guys really quick. You'll see my email. Let me pull it up here. Well, we'll have to search for it. Wow, it's being super slow. Probably because I'm streaming. Gosh. Come on, computer. You can do it. Okay. Well, here's this one. What? Oh. Okay. There's this one. If you guys saw that last week. So I built this one just from the sphere. The feet are not touching. They're not melded or welded, but the bottom of him is. So I just started just like I did with this guy and built it up and then built it out and just kind of detailed everything and pulled these little hairs out and all these little bumps and everything like that. So that was pretty fun. Then, let me see. There's a shark. There we go. There it is. And here's a shark I did. So I did the shark first. But he kind of looks a little too happy about that sphere. But it's fun. It's cartoony shark. And that was the first one. So then I'm going to doing another one. So thanks, guys. But yeah, just that's kind of the idea, is just start with a sphere and go from there. That's the challenge. And there's this guy named Pablo. If you look on the official Pixelogic Facebook group thing, they've been posting his sphere challenges on there. That guy's a machine. He's been making a ton of them. And they look fantastic. He looks a little too happy with that sphere, right? He's like, ooh, sphere. Okay, let's make that connection a little better. Okay, let's we got a couple more minutes. Let's color them up. They said they didn't want them colored for the beta, but for this streaming challenge, they said it doesn't matter if you do or not. So I think I'm gonna color them up. We'll have fun with them. Let's see what we can do. Let's go like a. Well, let's fill them with white first. Like this. Okay. I think I'm gonna, before I do this, I'm gonna try and do the elongated sphere thing just for fun, because they said not to affect like 3/4 of the sphere. That's part of the challenge. So I'm gonna soften this up. I don't know if it'll mess with these feet or not, but then let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Nah, I want to keep it a sphere. I was gonna try to make it look like more like an egg, but I think it's supposed to keep the sphere there. Then they're gonna put the ZBrush logo on here and stuff. So kind of funny. All right. So let's get some colors on here. Maybe something like that. When doing faces, do you set the second sphere to make the eye line and jaw? I guess I don't know what you're asking with that one. I do one for the cranium, like for the full skull, and then I do another piece for the jaw, and they kind of attach right at the eye line going back to the ear. That's what you're talking about, I think, when I'm blocking out with primitives. Let's see. Just kind of doing this rough. No, it cannot attach two things. That's the limitation of it right now. I asked for it. I want it. It'd be a cool thing. You can detach, but you can't attach. Okay. Then let's paint this out. I'll go kind of darker but not black with the Talons. Oh, come on, paint it, paint it. Check the bottom. Check all sides. Okay. Got a little bit of a... I can clean that up afterwards here. Leave him white. I'm going to make his... Is there any way to get your user? Yeah. So... yeah, my user interface, it's available for free on my website, which is 3dcharacterworkshop.com. You can go there. I don't have the most recent, like for 2018. I don't have that one up there yet, but I'm going to get that up there soon. Thanks, me. Let's see. So you'd have to do retopo if you wanted to attach your Sculptors Pro model to another. No, you can do Dynamesh. Dynamesh will attach them together. Or you can also do, in this gear, you can see remesh by union. That will do it too. That will merge pieces together without destroying your surface. You can merge them together. So what is sculpt? I think Sync you mean Sculptress. So Sculptress was a free program that that Pixelogic owns, that this kind of tessellating geometry stuff came from. So they purchased the program from a programmer that made it, and then it took them quite a while, but then they finally put it into ZBrush. So now it works inside ZBrush, so which is pretty cool. I think I want Sculptress. Is that what you're talking about? Or Sculptors? Okay. And I can come in here with pinch and clean those edges up too later. I'm just kind of coloring what's there. No, this UI is one that I adjusted for 2018. You'll see that it has the Sculptress mode right here, and it has this remember draw size, and it has this remember dynamic mode. Those are pretty much the only things I added to this my old user interface. And then I also added to my menu this Decimation Master presets right here. I added that, and that's pretty much it. It's not a big update, so if you know how to update the user interface, you can do it really quickly, or you can wait for me to upload it to the website. And if you're already on my newsletter, I will send you an email when it's ready. MVP probably not. It'd be fun, but I typically don't do licensed characters during my stream. Oh, this is asymmetrical. I forgot. So I'm gonna turn off asymmetry and finish painting this. Kind of a mess. Doing my best. So what you can do is turn Sculptress mode on, and then come in and make super clean, because it's actually decimating as you're painting. Right, the Cool Kids mailing list. If you're on it, go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com. Sound like an advertisement. I don't know why I didn't have Sculptress mode on before. Well, I don't want to fill the entire character, I guess, with this small resolution. It would take me forever to fulfill. There we go. But I can do this around the eyes. Let's see, I need to get it at a better angle. Let's see. Kuros, how did I start learning it? What programs did I use? I've been doing this for a long time, and to date myself, I've been doing this since 1996 is when I started. So I started sculpting and modeling characters back with the first program I used was 3D Studio version 3 in DOS. Long time. Okay, so what monitor is this? This is a Cintiq 27 inch. Made by Wacom. See how far I can get underneath here. Go a little lighter. Oh, it doesn't matter which Wacom you have as long as you have a tablet. That's the only thing that matters. You do not have to have a Cintiq to sculpt. This is just, it's luxury. Something you save up for after you know that this is what you want to do and it's worth the investment. But to learn it, you do not have to have a screen, honestly. it is much more accurate, but you can turn on lazy mouse, and you can use that to help you get better strokes. Always sculpting some cartoon, because that's what I like to do, man. That's my thing. Yeah, welcome. Welcome. Tomato, tomato. Alright, I'm actually going to feather this. If I can, if it does. Yeah, I'm just painting. Paint works with Sculptors Pro, so it does. Let's see. So that's why. The Sphere Challenge is an insider challenge at Pixo. If not, what are the rules? It's a streamer thing right now. It was a beta user thing. Now it's a streamer thing for a little minute, and then they are going to release the challenge to the public fairly soon. They just wanted to, make sure that it's good to go. I guess they're testing it on the streamers first. They just announced it like right before I went to stream. So they're like, yeah, if you want to do it. So I did it during the beta. And now I'm doing another one. Let's see. What's the keybind? Oh, C. The letter C. That will eyedrop your color. I think I might take this around. Let's do this. Actually, I'm going to turn the Sculptors mode on. There we go. All right. Let's paint some derpy eyes on this guy. Oh, I missed a spot. Have I ever worked on the Smurfs? No. I have a friend that did, but no, I have not personally. Okay. Some brushes have lazy mouse, like this one. See that little red line? This brush is using lazy mouse. Yes, I still use lazy mouse even though I use a Cintiq. It just helps. Most every tutorial live stream are about character art. Yeah. So a friend of mine streams his. Oh, come on, stop bouncing. He streams environment arts. His name is well, I know his real name. His name is Worth Daily. I'm trying to remember his Twitch name. You guys, what's Worth's Twitch name? I gotta smooth this out. It's driving me crazy. I don't have Rob in here to tell me. Or Worth. But there are a handful of people that do. Mutated jellyfish. Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. I cannot believe that I forgot. Mutated jellyfish. You guys are awesome. Anyway, yeah, follow him on Twitch and watch his environment stuff. If you're looking for environments. If you don't want derpy cartoon characters. Right, James? Speak the truth. Honestly, you could use, so with there's ZBrush Core, which is a very low-end, cheaper version of ZBrush to help you get into it, to see if it's what you actually want to do. And there is a bundle that comes with a tablet, a Wacom tablet. And that tablet is just as good as anything. As long as you're not sculpting with a mouse, you're doing good. Just telling you that right now. Just don't use a mouse. It's like sculpting with a brick. All right, what do you guys think? Should I paint? I'm going to paint his tail feathers. Maybe like a bright ass green. I think that's the actual name of the color. Let's try it. Yeah, I use whatever is available, but that's like #1 investment that you should work for. The tongue, thank you. The tongue, paint the tongue. All right, and the inside of that mouth. Blah. Maybe this pinker. There we go. Look at that. What a mess. Let's do that again. Carefuler this time. More careful. Okay. There's not much geometry in here, so it's painting all weird. Then I'm going to grab this color. This. Just kind of feather it all in. Gradient. Does it look good? I don't know if it looks good with a gradient. I think I'm just going to paint it solid. With Sculptress mode on. Let's get that in there. Okay, I'm going to fake some ambient occlusion in here, I think, with some gradients, see if it works. Turn off Sculptress mode. A blue tongue? It's not a bad idea. Just to kind of separate them from the egg a little bit. The egg. Egg. We're calling it an egg. Oh, I colored it too much. Let's go a little darker on there. The undersides of these feathers, a little bit of gradient. Sound like Bob Ross about now. Happy little feathers. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna try something. 10:16. We're going a little bit over, but that's okay. So this is I'm gonna try something with the Sculptress mode. Right. Yeah. Kill the challenge. I might do it like some cracks in there. It's not a bad idea. Okay. So what I want to do is some sweat beads, right? And so we're gonna here. Let me save it. Save. In case this doesn't work. Okay. I might put some. Okay. Turn off RGB. Let's get this out here. Now, bear with me here. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try to smooth it. Oops. Okay, I didn't have Sculptress mode on. There we go. And then smooth this away, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Smooth away. Ah. Alright, you guys saw me do it. So I'm still within the challenge. Okay. Smooth this down. Come on, inflate. Work your magic. What are you doing? Inflate. There we go. Just got to turn off Sculptress mode. Okay, I'm going to mask this out so it doesn't. Smooth that back down in there. Sick. There's a fine line between happiness and pain. There we go. All right, that took a little too much effort. All right. I think, well, nah, it's fine. It's fine. We put some nostrils, nose holes. And I can do this. I can turn on RGB mode and grab this, like this color and go dark with it. Like not black. Just kind of push it in. Maybe I'll do it with a mask so I can have a little bit more control. There we go. That works. It's like, oh my god. The egg is big. You decide. I'll let the user decide. The viewer. It's up to the viewer. All right. I think we're done. That's all we get. Maybe I'm gonna do some asymmetrical stuff here. Let's pose it a little bit more. Let's do move elastic and see what that does. Let's see, I'm gonna save it first. Okay. Too much. Gonna kind of just make him asymmetrical a little bit. Poor chicken. I don't know. Bad seed. Just trying to get away from white. White's boring. White's boring. Thank you very much, Duca. Just complementary colors. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm going to change this left pupil so we can see it. So let's, because I kind of want to view it from a certain angle. And you can't see both pupils at the same time unless you're looking at it right on. So I'm going to change it to be more derpy. Derp. Whoops, went too far. Gosh. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Yeah, rotate the whole thing, right? Like, too funny. Do I render in another software? Sometimes I'll render in Keyshot, yeah. Too much kale, for sure. All right, looks a little derpy from this direction. Move this too. So you can see it more. Okay. Gosh. Would you center, please? We need to kind of put it off to the side. This is the screenshot. Something like this. Back. There we go. All right, kids. I think that'll do it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. It was kind of fun to do a sphere challenge. Hopefully they'll Pixelogic will open it up soon to everyone. You guys can try it yourselves. But let's see. Oh, I'm missing some conversation over on Facebook. Hey, what's going on? Press all of those buttons. Shows where the button's located. Oh yeah, for sure. This, oh, pressing Alt above the button? I don't know. It's just showing me that. Maybe Control. Oh, there it is. Control, you mean? Yep. If you want to know where a button is, hold down Control. Shows at the bottom. I didn't know that. Cool. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna change it back. Watch. I'm with you, man. I liked it better back here. Let's see. I liked everything else, so I'm just gonna repaint it back there. Okay, let's do it again. Do it again. All right. Yeah, it's better. All right. Hey, John Doe. Thank you. Thanks for dropping by, everybody. Hope you were entertained by this wacky chicken. Well, thanks, you guys. I'll be streaming again next Tuesday if you want to join me. I'm not sure what I'll be doing, but and if you're interested in these brushes and this user interface, as always, you can get it over on my website, 3dcharacterworkshop.com, and I teach an online class, course, workshop, whatever you want to call it. And if it's closed for enrollment right now, but if you get on my newsletter, on my emailing list to download these brushes, you can you will be notified as soon as the course becomes available for enrollment. So yeah, thanks, you guys. Hey, what's up, Squid? Thank you, Chris. It was a fun one. Kind of Easter-ish, right? I keep seeing things that I want to fix, though. Like this wing is really flat. I want to puff it out. Puff it out. I can keep going. Keep noodling forever. Keep noodling. Oh, but anyway, thanks everybody for joining me again. It's always fun. I look forward to it every week. Excellent. Nice. All right. Anyway, too fun. Oh, I should do one of these things. Do one of these. One of these. Pull these apart. Give it some more action. All right. Oh, what pad? Any tablet, if you're talking about a tablet gray, any tablet, it doesn't matter if it's off-brand, if it's Wacom, if it's whatever it is. Just make sure it's a tablet, not a mouse. Don't sculpt with a mouse. You'll be great. So just the best one you can afford at the time is usually, and it doesn't. The larger ones don't necessarily mean better. I actually prefer the smaller ones, like the 12-inch across ones. Those are nice. Yep, I'm gonna go have some chicken. Yes, Dasco, I will update my custom user menu. It's if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get an email and I'll tell you where to go download the latest. So I will let you know when that's available. It should be available very soon. Like you can see it right here. I just want to make sure this is exactly what I'd like to give you guys before I release it. So I don't just slap something together and throw it out there. I want to make sure that it's good. So anyway, thanks guys. Have a good night, and we will hopefully see you next week. All right, take care. See you later.